welcome. Euphrosyne here, goddess of joy, helping you to lighten up from the inside out. Welcome to the Lighten Up podcast. On today's show, we'll be talking about how to create kick-ass relationships. Is that not good? Of course it's good. Who does not want kick-ass relationships? Now, really, I just created that name because I thought it was fun. And today's episode is sponsored by woodgifts.ca for your one-of-a-kind, beautiful, hand-carved and turned gifts. So beautiful. Check it out. www.woodgifts.ca. Okay, back to the show. Kick-ass relationships. Okay, point number one to create kick-ass relationships, we need to first acknowledge our differences. Now, when I'm talking about relationships, some of these points you will be able to relate to your love partner relationship, to your mother-in-law, father, sister, brother, co-worker, things like that. You'll see which one relates to whatever relationships you will like to make kick-ass. Okay, so acknowledge our differences. We are all very different, so we are going to think differently. We're going to do things differently. We were raised in very different families. We've had different experiences in our life. We have different priorities. We also have very different personalities. And some of us, our brain thinks more creatively, and others more step-by-step, logical, black-white, things like that. We also have our very own unique gifts and skills. So because of this combination, we are going to go about life in our own unique way. We also have things that stress us out and things that don't stress us. We have different sleep patterns. When we eat certain things, we might have certain behavior and feelings because of the foods we eat or the sleep that we have or are not getting. So because of this combination, on any given moment, on any given day, we might react in a certain way. And for someone else, to them, we are not meeting their expectations of how they want us to act. But you know what? We can only do the best that the way we can on any given day, and same with them. So understanding that we are all very different can help you can have more compassion for the people in your life. And even something that comes to mind too is if you have a lifelong partner and you think, oh, I wish they were more handy. Or why don't they like to cook more and clean more? And this is what I want them to be doing. But they are who they are. And we will behave differently also in different years of our lives. We are all constantly changing and evolving. I know for me, when I was home with children and I felt like, my partner really, when he got home, he wanted me to make sure the house was clean and there was dinner and the kids looked good. And I'm like, we are not living in the 30s here. What the heck is your expectation? I do the best that I can. I want to be home with kids, but at the same time, I want to be growing career, and I'm here and I'm feeling torn and you're giving me problem. It was a tough time. It really was a tough time. I thought I'd bring that up just in case some of you couldn't understand that. But also, I needed to put myself in his shoes. If you've seen another one of my videos about putting ourselves in someone else's flippers, you'll understand that. Anyways, you should check out that video too. I think the video is called, it's on YouTube, and I think that one is called When Someone Else Pushes Your Buttons. So you get that one. It's also very funny, enjoyable. It's a short video to watch. Okay. So the next point number 2, embrace each other for our unique differences. Can capitalize on the things that they are so great at and what you love about them and what they love about you. We need to really appreciate the gems that are within each other, okay? And if you are a couple, You find things that you can do together. My husband and I, we both love to run, but I love running in morning, first thing. He likes running 9 at night, 9:30. And by then, I'm like, I'm done. I am so done. Just give me a remote. I need to just chill. I've been so busy all day. So we don't usually run together, but we find other things we can do. We like to cycle together or go for dog walk together, go on date night. So find things you can do. If you are a co-worker, maybe go out for coffee together, for tea, for a beer or glass of wine after work. Find a way that you can engage and find things that that resonate between you, things you have in common. Okay, number 3, be open to learn from each other. So when you have arguments with each other, this is where you can see, where you can change, how you can grow. And when you're arguing with someone, we normally get into a place of they are so wrong, right? Or we start to get in the place of judging them for them being angry with us, or we're angry with them and then they get angry at us because we're angry at them. How is that fair? We just want to be angry and be angry at them. But we are all allowed to have our own emotions. We each have our own experiences. And yes, when someone is mad at us, it's going to set us off. How can you be mad at me? I'm doing the best that I can. So anytime someone is pushing button for you, you get upset at them. Look within yourself. What can I change? What do I need to work on? How do I need to speak up? Do I need to change the way I do things? Stop worrying about how they need to change, what they need to do. If any change is going to be created, the only thing that you can affect is yourself. So if you want to stop feeling a certain way, maybe you need to change your own thoughts about the situation, about the person. Maybe you need to find more compassion. Also, the other person in your life, you could look at them as a mirror. Okay, you look at them and say, what about them do I do as well? So what they do that pisses you off, how do you do that as well? Or what about them do you need to do more of? We can all learn from each other. In a relationship, if we were the same, it would be boring. We would not change. The reason why we are in a body on this planet is to change and grow. And the people we interact with, whether love relationships, family, co-workers, we are going to be around people that are going to ignite us sometime. And that's to simply help us to change, to grow, to do things different. So we need to embrace that and love that about each other. When we try to get into a place to embrace it, that's when we can have that change. In the moment, it's a little hard. In the moment, might be really agitated and won't necessarily see it. We need to step away from the situation to help us to grow. Okay, point number 4. Be open about sex. Now, if you're talking relationship at work, maybe you should not be talking about sex. But maybe if you're in a love relationship, then yes, we need to be very open about sex. Sex is important. It really is. And so if you don't like something, you need to share that with them, but share it with them from love. This could be touchy situation. When you're talking about this, they could feel that, okay, I'm not good enough. I'm not, pleasuring you well. You might leave me for someone else. This can be touchy. So find a way to say it with love. I love you so much. When you touch me like this is what happens, or this is the way it makes me feel. You might know why. Maybe it's a trauma from childhood or something, or you might not know why. But for some reason, you feel not so good if they do XYZ. So and you can also say, but what I really like is when you do this, or what I would love is if you could try to do this or this. Have these conversations. Find a way to bring fun and playfulness into the bedroom as well. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's always in the bedroom. Maybe you need to bring it to other new and exciting places where both of you will feel safe. If one would not feel safe, then maybe something a little tamer before moving over there if you move over there. Okay, number 5, ignite your sexy. So what I mean by this is do things to help you to feel sexy. So maybe dressing a certain way will help you feel sexy. If you're female, maybe showing a bit of cleavage could help you get in the mood. You look down and go, oh, that looks good. That can help you to get in the mood. Maybe it's tighter shirts or something, or for men, tighter pants. But if you're trying to have baby, not too tight of pants. You want your swimmers to keep swimming, right? Right. Okay, find ways that will arouse you and arouse your partner. So, maybe if you're not quite in the mood, you can also say, partner, maybe you might not call them partner, but partner, can you pleasure yourself? I don't have much energy today. So pleasure yourself, and I may also get excited, and I want you to do your thing, right? Maybe you can watch them do your thing, or you can say, you know what, you do me, and I need to do nothing because I have no energy, and that might get me energy. Or maybe things like, give me massage first. Could you give me massage first? Just the touch can help. So we all have a love language, and I do recommend checking out the book by Gary Chapman, The 5 Love Languages. 5 love languages. And if you have the love language of touch and you want your partner to get you into the mood, maybe they can start by touching you, right? Start with massage, something like that. But also important, men out there, I'm saying men, but it might be some women that just say, hey, do you want to go? Are you ready? You want to have sex? Let's go. But you know what? I need time to get in the mood. I might have been with children, cleaning, cooking, pulling burrs off dog, and all of a sudden you want to have sex. No, I have not. How do I get from picking burrs and cleaning dishes to, yes, let's go, I'm feeling so sexy? No, I might need some time, right? So if you are in the mood, you start to do things to get your partner in the mood, right? Maybe touches here and there. Tell them how good they look. Tell and it might take the day to get them in the mood. But if they're not getting in the mood, it is not you. Don't worry. You don't, puppy tail, I'm seeing puppy with tail between legs going, I'm not wanted. And sometimes we might feel that, oh, they don't want me, I'm not good enough. But you know what? Sometimes we're just not in the mood and nothing is going to get us there. So be okay with going and pleasuring yourself, doing your own thing on those days and being okay. Sex is important, but it's not going to happen all the time when you want it. But also, both partners need to initiate it. It can't always be the same one again and again. So if you are the one who's never initiating, try to find some energy. Try to find your own sexy so you can ignite that yourself. Eat well as well. Fuel your body with good food so you can feel sexy. Exercise also helps you to feel sexy. It gets those happy, sexy endorphins going. You also start seeing changes in your body and go, damn, I look good. Don't I look good? You need to want to get on with yourself before you can get all get going with someone else, okay? So feel good about yourself. Point number 6, self-improvement. In order to have self-improvement, we need to look within. Self-reflection is important part of this. So when you are feeling not so good about the situation, fearful, angry, stressed, things like that, you need to talk to yourself. Journaling can be very good. You can also write a letter to the trauma that might be the root cause, if you know what the root cause of some of patterns that you have. You can do things like that. Have an awareness of your emotions. That's the key. First, just notice your emotions, and then you can say, hey, I am feeling sad. I am feeling angry. That's the first step. And then you can talk to it, journal about it, help you to move forward. Okay? Next, point number 7. We have 8 points. So, last 2 points. Communicate. Very important. If something is bothering you, you need to talk to your partner, but not in the midst of anger and frustration, and not when you're really emotional. When you're more neutral about it, then you can talk about it. It's important for you to talk about. Maybe go for a walk and talk about it. Find if there's a certain situation or energy that works best for you and your partner to communicate. Learn how to create that situation so you can communicate. It should not be about finger pointing and judging. When you communicate, it's just simply talking about your side and wanting to understand their side. So this is the way I was feeling. I'm not saying it's accurate from what you were trying to do, but this is the way I was feeling. What was the point you were really trying to make? Where were you really coming from? I want to understand. So that will help. Okay, number 8. This is the final one. Do fun things together. It is very important to do fun things together. Now, you can relate this to a love relationship. You can also relate this if you want to grow the relationship with your children, with your parents. Do fun things. You can try experiential dates together, play dates together, whatever you want to do. So you can, maybe you're going to try axe throwing together. Maybe you go on wine tour together. Maybe you try archery, you go swimming or play pool. Try new card games, board games. So do fun things together, whatever your budget is, okay? There's always stuff, and do it regularly. So especially with family, it's good to have games night. And if you're not good at setting, because you're just always changing, maybe you can't always have Friday night game night, but always know that one day out of those 7 days, you're going to be playing together. Must have played together. So that is it. If you have any questions or any things that you want to share with the listeners or with the viewers, please visit the YouTube video on this podcast and write your comments to share things that work for you. Okay? This is Madam Euphrosyne with the Lighten Up podcast signing off. You have a wonderful day, and remember, this episode was sponsored by woodgifts.ca. From my light to yours, everybody. Namaste.